Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Tonight we've returned to Oxygen Not Included, where we pick up where we left off last week and also pick up on a few existing projects. So the first thing we're going to do is finish up this oxygen room so that we can generate the oxygen we need for the oxalate refinery so that we're not stealing it from the base. And then we need to do a couple of other things, including... well, of course, launch more rockets, which we will do. This one launched and came back the last time, and this one is out, and it'll be back in 4.5 cycles or so. The other thing that I forgot was, I actually don't want these two lower rooms here made out of ceramic. They need to be made out of insulation, which we can't make yet until these rockets start bringing us back some stuff. And that stuff is isoresin. So we need that. And as soon as we get some of that, we can start making insulation, and then we will make these two lower rooms, which will be used to cool down oxygen and hydrogen into liquid form. Oh, hey, Phasian, welcome to the stream. Alright, so another project that we had outstanding here. Actually, another thing that we have that we need to do is we need more oil. We've used up all of our oil making petroleum. So we won't be launching any rockets until then. But we can continue mining down here and get some more oil uncovered. And then work our way toward pulling oil out of these oil reservoirs using oil wells. So we'll do that tonight probably as well. In order to have that, though, we need to bring water down here. And I'm not certain about the temperature the water needs to be, but I'm guessing 78 degrees might be too warm. So we're going to have to figure out how to cool off some more water, or at least cool some water off faster. And get into that. We could potentially build a cooling room around this cool steam vent, but it's so close to the rest of the base that I don't really have space to do it. So we're probably going to keep doing that this way. We do also, though, have a regular steam vent around here someplace. I remember I saw it a little while ago when I was looking around. It's right here. We could look into doing a room that captures that heat, turns the water into cooler water, and turns the heat into power. That's an option. Otherwise, we just need to start piping water down to the from our storage. Ooh, we don't have much. How do we get crude oil in there? That's what I'd like to know. I mean, I'm sure it came from the pipe, but how did it get in there? So let's look at the oil well, actually, because we're going to need that soon rather than later. And is it going to be a problem to pump very hot water or very warm water into it? Maybe not, because this is a 2,000 degree overheat temperature. So if we just make it out of something that's not going to melt, I don't see why we can't just pump hot water in there. We don't even need to use steel because that's the 200 more degrees isn't going to make that much of a difference. So I thought there was one other thing that I wanted to point out that we needed to do. We may need to rebuild the reeds. We only have 290. It is used for insulation, though, so we're going to need more eventually. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to deal with is there is polluted water here in this tank. And if we look at the path that this water is following, when it comes to this filter, anything that's not salt water is getting put into this line. And if it goes into this line, it goes into the base unfiltered. So we need to do something with the polluted water here so that it's not put in the cool or the clean water. The other thing is there any brine in here, or is this all salt water? I think it looks like it's all salt water. Can we look at the liquid? There must be a different color for brine, although I don't know what it is. But this looks like it's all salt water, so we're safe there. But I think the best thing to do with that polluted water is just to grab it out of here with a filter and just dump it into here. and then let the rest of the water pass. Let's just take these pipes out here and put a filter in. Better make it out of gold amalgam. That in there. This will continue on here, so I actually don't want that one to go. And then this can just go in like this. That way it has priority. It cleans this out before it takes water from the pipe, from the bathrooms. Alternatively, we could actually just pipe it right into there. Yeah, let's just pipe it right into there, because this goes into the polluted water tank anyway. So it's fine if it gets dealt with like that. Alrighty, so that needs power, of course. Power. 240. Ooh, man. We're gonna need to upgrade some of these power circuits eventually as well. I guess I'll get to that one for now. These are all going to need to be upgraded to conductive wires so that they don't get overloaded. Alright, polluted water goes there. So that takes care of that. If and when that polluted water makes its way down here to the pump, it gets dealt with accordingly. Alright, so that oxygen room here, we have the power all ready to go. We just need to connect it temporarily to this circuit line here that will kick on and get everything started. Water's coming in. And the ventilation is ready. We'll just need to delete this vent and extend the pipe, and delete these pipes in this vent and connect that pipe. Once we have the gases balanced and the automation is ready. So I think we're ready to get this thing started. Let's do a final sweep check here. There's one thing in there, so once day breaks, we can take care of that. Ooh, this is perfect. Let's so one of the projects that I want to do very soon is I want to do a shovel farm. As some of you, I'm sure, who play are also watching a YouTuber named Tony Advanced, who, if his name is to be believed, and it kind of is, he does do some pretty advanced builds in Oxygen Not Included. And so he just released a video, gosh, was it yesterday? What's today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday. He just released a video yesterday detailing a method to build a shovel farm. And while I'm not necessarily taking other people's builds and using them myself, I'm also that one's just too good to pass up. And it's really good for food. It produces a ton of meat every cycle, or average every cycle, and it's just worth the effort, and it's worth the sort of copying of, or not copying. I'll probably do a little bit different than he did, but it's worth the taking of the idea and without too much change. And then another thing that I want to do soon, where are we at with the rocket? Still 3 cycles. Okay, good. Is I want to make our storage be that. Oh, iron ore. Okay. I want to take our storage and make it be kind of an automated storage, where you only have a select group of storage bins, one for each material that you want to have available, which is basically every material. One for each material, and they're all fed by the shipping system, the conveyor belt system, conveyor rail system, and the mass of everything is actually stored in a sort of a contained box that the dupes can't get in, and then as they need access to more stuff, then it's loaded on conveyors with the sweepers into conveyor loaders, carried on rails to receptacles, which are then swept into the storage bins. So I want to set that up at some point. That won't be tonight because we already have enough other stuff that we need to deal with, but that'll be soon. Okay, so all of the doors are locked. We need to connect the power up. I'm going to do the power this way, so I can just delete that one segment there to break the connection between the two power networks again. Let's get somebody up here quickly to do it. And actually, once this is ready, we can actually break this pipe connection and let this oxygen get backed up, which will help the base's oxygen supply as well. Okay, so power, somebody. Let's see, Roadster's coming to do it. Okay. And there we go. We'll let the base's power kind of fill up these batteries. And we'll also get some, let's see, gas overlay. We'll also get some of this, wow, we have polluted oxygen in there. We'll get some of this other gases pumped out of here. We'll get the pressure up. Yeah, that's already at max pressure. We may need to do some sort of a pressure delete room as well, because we have a lot of pressure in here. I thought we were deleting carbon dioxide, but maybe we need to delete more faster. Yeah, we're pumping it down into here, but it's not getting pumped into there that fast because there's still a lot of pressure up here. Oh, I just thought of the other thing we needed to deal with. Oh, we do have another cool steam vent. So maybe we can build a cool steam vent management room around this cool steam vent, and that'll produce a bunch of power, and it'll also give us some cool water that we can, cooler water that we can pump down into this the oil reservoir, or the oil well on the oil reservoir. Actually, we should just take this water that's here collected, run it through a water sieve, and then pump it down there. That's probably the best short-term option. And I saw we also have a volcano here. We could also do a volcano sort of tamer room where we can manage the volcano. So that's another another future kind of plan idea. All right, so the other thing that I was going to was this hydrogen vent, which we never actually built around. So that's another project that we do have outstanding that we can deal with eventually. Okay, so how is this oxygen, subpowered oxygen machine doing? Good. It's lowered the pressure in here. It's actually pulled it down to vacuum. This needs to be lower, let's say 300. And when it's above 300, it kicks on the secondary pump. And same thing with that one. Looks like we are pretty good on our gas balance here, so we can delete some of these pipes here. Connect that one up to that. Okay, and then this one. Deconstruct that. And connect that up to that. This needs to be deconstructed as well. It's not deconstructed automatically when you're in the gas overlay. So this will eventually be providing oxygen once they delete these. Let's turn these two specifically up very high. So get in here and do it. Roadster and MoGraph. Good. Okay. So now we have oxygen getting sent to the oxalite generator at sort of full bore capacity. Like, this is plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and break this pipe right here. Actually, we'll delete all of these, but I'm going to leave this line in. Whether we use it for oxygen again or we use it for something else. Yeah, I realized that as I was evaluating my base city, and also welcome, that that there's so much stuff that we kind of started and then got abandoned for whatever reason. And we need to get back to it. So, why is there no... Oh, I never built either the full-time circulator for the petroleum so that it circulates all the time. So that's another thing we could build at some point. But for now, I think we need some more steel. 5.9 tons... That's like less than 12 tiles, or less than 12 bunkers. We're close there. I want to build the rest of the bunker doors and get those laid out at least. So maybe I'll build a little bit more steel, because we can always use more. Maybe we'll do 20, so that'll give us 2 more tons. And look, the auto sweeper is doing its job. I love it. Okay. So let's do that. Holy cow, look at all the garbage built up on top here. Let's delete some of this stuff. Tony Advanced also has a really good tutorial on a much better space design. At this point in my game, I'm not really that interested in deleting all of this stuff and rebuilding everything. So I think that'll be left to the next game. Whatever the next map I play, I'll do a better better space design. Let's also, yeah, steel does not go to waste. That's true. Oh look, there's a shovel leg there too. So we can do that soon. Oh, you jerk. Alright, we're going to have to get over there in order to see that. We built up a lot of regolith up here in the last, not very long. That's crazy. And we do have a spot here still for a third rocket, and we will eventually have 3 rockets. I may not build the third one until we're dealing with hydrogen rockets. We'll see. It depends on what type of throughput we get on the rockets and whether we want more. Especially because I want to get some iso resin in here and going so that we can get this going. And I also want to do supercoolant too. We'll need the fullerene for supercoolant. So we have stuff that we need, most definitely. Alright, I think the next... Who's overheating? I would like to know who's overheating. I think the next thing to do, though, is to do this, water management here. And I think probably building the pump down here is the best option. However, that means we have to open up some space or pump the water up to, say, up here, which actually isn't a bad idea. Liquid filter. Oh, because we're pumping in 80, 75 degree. Well, that shouldn't be overheating. How hot is this room? Super pressurized with carbon dioxide. That's pretty gross. That shouldn't be overheating. I mean, it's 125 degrees. I guess it's because it's running constantly. Yeah, I guess that's why. Let's deconstruct and rebuild it. Okay. While I'm waiting for dupes to wake up, let's go and build the water sieve. So one of the things that I learned recently is that you can actually run clean water through the water sieve and it doesn't break, it doesn't cause damage, it just passes straight through without a problem. So we're going to do that here. I guess I'm going to have to put it out here though. Yeah, we'll put it out here because of the ladder's already here and I don't want to have to move the ladder. So we'll do that. Let's see, plumbing, liquid pump. Start that down here. Gold amalgam is good. I think we'll do the insulated pipe just so that we can keep the temperature consistent. And then we'll come down this side with a water pipe. And we'll figure out how to get that in there. Okay, you deleted this thing? Okay. It goes here. And then this is crude oil. Crude oil. There we go. Uh-oh. Ebony got trapped. Dig yourself out, guy. Oh, you go this way, not that way. Sorry. Alright. You are free. I love when that happens. Let's see. 0.9 cycles. Hopefully this mess will be over with soon. And we can... let's see, no, 3-ish. And we can move on with that. Let's get the power. We have this power transformer here that we aren't using currently. No, conductive wire is fine, Wally. except for that one door. So we can run that across here. Put a bridge in. Is that wire running the whole length for all those doors? It sure kind of almost is. There. They should be able to reach all that. And then we can just follow the pipe up here to the power. For that. That'll take them a minute to build. Come on. Good, it ended. And actually, we probably should kick the priority up on these a little bit. Just so they get up here and do them kind of fastly. And technically, they're digging where they don't need to, but I need to get everything cleared because I'd rather stuff not fall. I know the water sieve isn't in a good place. Alright, we have 0.6 cycles, so we're good. Evan will finish that drilling and we'll be good to go. So this water, this is our crude oil pipe. I'm going to leave that down here, so maybe we'll just bring the water kind of alongside it and run it over here to where we build the oil well. And there's more crude in here. I mean, we're going to still harvest all of this other crude oil, but for now it needs to be... Actually, we should do this mop on these little pieces here so this will flow down. Because it's not going to flow on its own. Because we have this bottle emptier here that is picking crude. We'll give it a little bit of a priority. Alright, so refinement? No. Utilities. Oil well. And I don't see any reason why I should make it out of anything special. I think I'll do iron just because it's a higher melting point. The highest melting point of the regular metals, not counting tungsten. We'll build that there. And then we can have plumbing. Lighted pipe. Where are we at? 0.3. Oh, we need to go back up north. Those hotkeys are a lifesaver there. Okay, and we can come back down here now. Okay, so we'll just go kind of alongside this. Oops, don't go that far, Wally. Like this, and into there. And I'll just delete this bit here. I think they'll be able to reach it all. Just fine. And then this also needs power. I forgot how much power. It's not much, though, I don't think. I think it's 240 or something. 240. And this circuit here only has 960. But we should probably upgrade that as well. I think I'm fine with connecting the wire. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade the conductive wire, or the wire to conductive. Since we're doing it. Making changes anyway. Make all the changes. And the key thing on upgrading conductive wire is do not miss one segment. Because that segment will blow. Sure as shooting. And that can go up to that one where it's going to connect eventually. And I'll wait on the bridge. We'll do the bridge at the same time we do the transformer. Alright, rocket. 0 cycles. And I heard printables are available. Larva eggs. I would like to deal with them. But I don't really have... We need to make that another project. So I think we can buy them, though, for food. I think we're already cracking them anyway. No, we're actually not. Well, let's buy them for food. I will eventually deal with them in another way. Oh, we have our larva eggs already incubating here. Oh, that's those that just popped in. Yeah, duh. Shovel eggs are 16%, so we need to get that done before those hatch, otherwise we'll have a mess on our hands. Oh, look. I think it's Phasian is back. Yes, Phasian has returned from his space odyssey here. Where he collected stuff. This one you went to. So that one has niobium, which is useful, but not super useful. But this one has isoresin. So this is the one, and fullerene. So these are the two we actually want to do cargo missions to, but we need to still do all the research on these to gather all those research points. So we'll do these each at least 4 more times, and then we should have enough niobium to last us for a while after that, and we can get a bunch of isoresin here, and then get a bunch of come back to this one and get a bunch of fullerene. We must have then some fullerene. No, we don't, because we never sent a cargo bay to that one. We were only launching the steam rockets at that point. Yeah, okay. 3, that's what I wanted. So they're still building all the things here. All the things here. And all the things here. Good, that got built. So I'll eventually knock this down here so the water can flow in here. Which is good that it's obsidian, because it's good that it's actually good that we have all these boulders. Which, because it gives us a lot of obsidian. And obsidian is very useful, as I think I've talked about before, in building stuff where it needs to deal with the heat, like here in space. You probably don't need to mop that like a crazy person. Sunburns. Oh, because the doors are closing. We need to close these doors then. Yeah, they get stuck on the doors when the doors close for some crazy reason. These can get deleted. That can get deleted. They'll actually build these from the top, so I'm not going to worry about building them from below. Alright, let's see. Who is next? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll get that going as well. Poke shells are still starving. Okay. Oxalite hopefully is going good. It appears to be solid. And then this will just back up and shut off, basically. Once this gets to max gas pressure and fills this room up, this will be basically done. And we're having power issues, which is why... Oh, that's the other thing we need to work on. That's the other project. We need to keep building the solar. But actually, we do need more steel because we need to build the rest of this over here as well. We can delete some of these when you guys have time. And we'll actually be able to dig these down further and build new platforms further down. Probably around this area, I think. Because I have this room here, so I can't go too deep. At least with this one. This one come down to well, probably about the same area because of this. Unless we delete this anti-entropy thermal nullifier. But this third rocket could be our massive rocket for sure. In which we're gonna need, you know, a few fuel tanks and all kinds of stuff. So that'll be good to have at least one rocket silo that's very deep. All right, so we're deleting the space heat pretty good here. We're at least getting some power generation out of it. What did I have this set at? Thank you, autosave. This shouldn't actually be 0. That should actually be 14. Because if this room happens to get too cold, like if we're not gathering heat up here, actually it's already doing this, such things. It's going to convert this water into ice. Because this petroleum's at minus 12 degrees. So you don't want this petroleum to go below 0, otherwise this water's going to turn to ice. It'll melt again once these steam turbines heat up. But I don't want it to turn to, or actually it already melted. I don't want it to turn to ice anyway. So we'll keep this at 14. Because a aqua tuner deletes 14 degrees of heat. Well, doesn't delete, transfers 14 degrees of heat. And space scanner's entombed. That's fine. That'll get taken care of soon. Still have insufficient oxygen generation. Why is that? Oh, we do not have power. Oh, man. Dang it, I hate that. Alright, let's fix the power once again. Priority 9, and I saw the other one's out too. Nope. Conductive wire. I'm not going to connect it though because it'll overload these regular wires. Phasian's stress is high because he just came back from space, so he doesn't have the all the bonuses yet. Hopefully that'll get cleared up soon. Because he was gone for 5 cycles or whatever it was, 5.5 cycles. Alright, build the copper wire, please. And then you can build these other ones here on a 7, and then we'll connect it once we get this one moving. I'll eventually connect these just to base power and just pump all the hydrogen into a bank of generators, just so that they have the power they need. But I can't really. I'm not comfortable doing that yet because we do have power issues anyway, and we just let a bunch of hydrogen through, and that's going to go potentially into the suits. No, probably not. It's probably going to get out because the pressure's so low. Alright, so that should be good now. Yep, it's fully charged. So we can... Oh, power overlay. Oh, man. We need to break this one and then rebuild it really fast. 9, please. There you go. Alright, and then let's do this one this way. And cancel that. Alright, so now that one's generating. It's probably going to do the same mess. And it's going to be more of a mess because it does actually go into the suit docks. Dang it. Not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. No. This one here, we'll delete that. And I'll just leave the rest of that wire there just in case for next time. Because there'll probably be a next time. Alright, oxygen. Yeah, so this is going to damage some of these suit docks. But hopefully just one. This first one here. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we're safe now. How are you getting overloaded? Because you're not broken yet. Break this thing. That's what I was afraid of. Something was going to kick on and draw a bunch of power. Oh, come on. Somebody come and do it. Yellow alert. I don't want too much damage happening. At least it's happening in the outer spaces here. Who's coming to do it? Mulgraph. Sorry, buddy. Only take you a second. There you go. Go back to sleep now. Yeah, good thing it happened here on a wire next to a battery. So the worst case, if that were to have broken, all we would have lost was this access to this battery's charge while it was broken. But it didn't break all the way, so we're lucky. Okay, let's see. We have full fuel on both. We could launch again. This might be the last of the petroleum that we see for a while, though. Until we get that. Actually, we have a full... Or do we? We might have actually started producing... No. There it is. Okay. This... They haven't finished building the power yet. Pipes look to have all been laid, and the oil well needs to be finished. Okay. We'll get that done soon, I hope. Let's go ahead and pick a couple people. Since Sydney and Phasian are here, they can be the first Rocketeers, I think. Or Sydney, not... Oh, there's Sydney, okay. And Phasian. Phasian? You just walked right past. You must have had another project on your mind. Oh yeah, you come over here to dig some more? Why are you not taking the get in a rocket task here? That's weird. I saw Sydney. Yep, Sydney got in there. Let's open the doors. Remove the gantries. Here comes Phasian now, I think. Yep. Remove his gantries. And we can do the racing rockets again. Off they go. This goes there. Alright, we can close the doors, because they'll be gone for 5.5 cycles. Yes. That and that. Keep building those. And build, dang it, build these. Am I off by 1 tile? I might be off by 1 tile. Or it could just be the shadow over there. Let's go a couple more. I'm gonna do all that, and then we'll have a little bit more power. Are you guys stuck in the base? Yeah, you are. 4 out of 7, 5 out of 7. They're stuck in the base because there's no oxygen in these last 3 suits. Or first 3 suits, or remaining 3 suits, or however you want to word that. But as we now get a little bit caught up, those will fill. Our base is under pressure because we were out of power in these areas for too long. Alright. And that's why some of the construction's probably... That's probably why the construction's a little bit slow. It's because we have 2 people who, at any given time, are completely unable to work. Or 3 people. How many suits we had open there. Where does this water come from? Oh, and they can't excavate down here because, yeah. Do some more scaffolding just to make sure that they can later. Actually, all this stuff in the middle isn't actually needed. Neither are those 2. Empty pipe. Oh, it needs water input. Yep. Where is this? What is the status of the water? Needs a filtration medium. Needs sand or regolith down here to filter the polluted water. So that'll come soon. We did build this. We have way too much oxygen. The other thing that I'm doing with sometimes with the oxygen, this is very hot, so I don't want to pump this into the base. But what we could do, I'm using the wrong keys here again, is build just a pump and a pressure sensor here, and just pump it into this line, which is a good reason I left this line. Change this around so that the priority comes from the pipe. instead of from, well, from one pipe instead of the other. Oh, I can't do that yet. Wait for that to get deleted. And then we can pump some of the excess oxygen in the outer base into making oxalate. That's probably a better option. So we'll do that instead. Let's see. Gas pipe. And the insulated pipe. No, insulated gas pipe. There. Okay. And then I'm just going to build that kind of here in the open. Maybe up here or something. Let's see. We'll do a ventilation gas pump. How do I want this to work? And then a gas filter just to make sure we don't pick up anything else. Now I'll put this elsewhere. Over one more tile. I can put the ladder in there. I also want to get rid of some of this rock up here. And we'll probably have to put a ladder in there so we can reach. Power. We can connect it to one of these two. Probably this one's better. And then just a regular bridge. Ventilation. No, let's do automation first. Atmos sensor can go probably out here because the pump's going to draw sharply from it, and I don't want the pump to affect the pressure that the Atmos sensor sees too harshly. We can just do gas pipe there, come back, and we'll do a high pressure vent in case we need it. Okay, so that's that. Come back down here. Are you chugging away? You are. Nice. So you can see that the regular water goes through it without a problem, and the polluted water gets filtered. And then we just have a pipe full of 40-degree water. This is chugging away now, producing crude oil at just over 3 kilograms a second. So we can use that for... why you not work? Disabled by automation grid. Oh, we broke the... Oh, some idiot made it out of lead. The automation wire. Is that also out of lead? Yeah. Let's take that out too. I'm just gonna let it go. Actually, I'll just let it run the way that it, without the automation on it. Doesn't really need it. Well, actually, it could, but for a different reason. Here, we'll take the plastic. We're gonna build. We're gonna make plastic ladders pretty soon, anyway. Relatively speaking, soon. If I put a hydro sensor in here, please make that out of not lead. I can make sure that there's a little bit of oil here, enough that when the pump picks it up, it gets all 10 kilograms, so that you're not kind of wasting power on tiny little droplets. Make those as a 9 and I'll make those just a 7. Not that it matters that much, but... So, the way that the oil wells work, if you haven't used them before, is they chug away on their own for a while, just making crude oil, dumping it out. Once this back pressure gets up to 75%, then the duplicate has to come down here and release the pressure. And the pressure is natural gas. So at some point, I want to actually capture the natural gas up here, wherever it actually gathers, and pump that into a natural gas generator to turn that into power as well. But that's less of a critical thing. Alright, so this, I just want it to be above, I don't know, 50 kilograms. Just so that these bubbles are fully 10 kilogram bubbles. And by making sure that there's 50 kilograms here at the bottom of the pump, then it's going to pick up a 10 kilogram bubble all the time. It's only just a slight power savings, but for the cost of making the automation for it, it's worth it to me anyway. And there we go. We now have crude oil again coming into the base. We are deleting carbon dioxide here. We're pumping it down into here where we could eventually make a slickster farm down here. But the pressure is so high still up here, which deleting some of this will help. Let's see, we want this to be oxygen. And when it's above 2,000. Because the 2,000 is kind of the threshold for when the duplicates are comfortable with it. Really? That thing kicked on? Oh, there's some carbon dioxide in here. And some polluted oxygen in here. Okay. Let's put in a granite tile, just right here. And then we can put a deodorizer on top of it. So that way, if the polluted oxygen gets sucked in here somehow and gets blown back out, the deodorizer will hopefully pick it right up and chew it apart. Oh boy, oxygen's getting worse, not better. Why? What the heck is going on? Power again. Dang it. Why am I having such a hard time with power up here? Doesn't make any sense. Why are these failing? The hydrogen provided from the electrolysis process should be enough to power 3 pumps and the electrolyzer indefinitely. And our oxygen pressure is way low in the base. It's horrible. And yeah, that's why the hydrogen gets overpressurized. I should actually turn these off. Will that help? That won't help anyway. Well. It won't hurt. Have you ever had this problem with these, Phasian? Where the pressure is just horrible? Or the power just keeps dying on you? Above 300. Above 300. Above 300. Well, we will deal with that. The dupes will deal with that first thing, I guess. I can actually connect this one like that, too. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm burning all... Yeah, I'm burning all the hydrogen, though. That's the only place that thing goes. There's just an empty pipe here. But that should make a difference. And then this one is going... Yeah, I never disconnect it from power until I've got it all going directly to the hydrogen generator. That's so weird. Alright. Come on, Kelsey. Halfway through your mission? Oh, come on, Kelsey. You could have built it. Alright. Let that thing get charged up. Oh, we're running out of water. That's the problem. Ugh. This hot water can be used and probably should be used for oxygen generation instead of... Because this hot water... Yeah, hot water can be used for this. So let's actually do that instead. That's the problem. Is the water. Alright, let's reconfigure this somehow. So that we can get this water pipe through, just straight through here. That's the problem. Dang it, I hate it when that happens. Let's do a bridge, igneous, yeah. There. Let's go straight across. And boom, right into there. And we can break this pipe right here. Thank you. And you made a mess, of course. Which is fine. Just fine. Okay. So let's look at the air pressures here. This one looks like it'll be okay to kick on. Oh, let's turn on the priority here. Yeah, I know. You made a mess. Oh boy. Yeah. Everybody, build pipes. Please. Build pipes. Build all the pipes. Yeah, that hot water is definitely better. But it's definitely better use of the hot water. Is oxygen generation anyway. And that's just getting pulled out of this cool steam vent, so who cares? Oh, dang. And now, of course, it's nighttime, which means we have another horrible cycle of oxygen production. But this one doesn't look too bad still. At least it's still light blue. Wait, no, oxygen pressure. It's getting dark. Yeah, it's getting dark. All right. We need all the pressures. Oh no. Circuit's overloading inside the thing. That's definitely not good. Alright, you guys wake up, come and build this, or delete this thing. Quick. And then build all those pipes, quick. An explosion waiting to happen, yeah. And unfortunately, getting in here would cause a big mess, so I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I just disconnected that pipe. That pipe is supposed to be there. That's not good. That's not an extra pipe. That is a necessary pipe. Alright. Come on, guys. Work faster, please. Yeah, there's not really any way that I can get in there and get that. Because of where it is. It's like one of the worst spots for it. Okay, let's see if we can control this a little bit. This one looks like it's pretty balanced, so if I kick it on, it should be okay. Okay. Alright, good. That one can run. Pipes aren't done yet, so we need to get them done fast, guys, before we run out of water again. That'd be good. Come on, come on, come on. Faster, faster, faster. Roadster, faster. There you are. Build, build, go. Good. Here comes the water. Okay. Looks like we'll make it just in time. Then we can hook this other one up. Wish I had a better place to hook it up at. Oh, I kind of do. I could just do like this. That's actually not a better place. Dang it. That'll be alright. Okay, that's charging up. This one, though, I need to run this a little bit. I need to pull some of that hydrogen out of the bottom section, hopefully. Oh, that's a mess. Messy, messy, messy. Maybe? There's just... oh, man, there's no oxygen in here. That's the problem. Oh, jeez. Well, we're gonna have a mess, but we have to do it. Should also replace all of these visible pieces of segments of pipe here. At least that far with igneous. Insulated. So we made a little... it's actually not too bad. And that should get vented into the base anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta delete that. There we go. Who's overloaded? The bridge is overloaded. Okay, that'll be fine. That's gonna bother me forever, but eventually I'll fix it, I suppose. We need to definitely get this oxygen moving again. Alright. You guys are one cycle out. What does space look like? Oh, of course. Here comes another meteor shower, just as you guys are just getting ready to land. Alright. As long as this is producing more oil than we're using to convert to fuel, we're okay. They're still using a lot of combustible fuels here. Because this one is idle for, oh, good God, forever. This one's running at least, though. And it won't be dormant until after the other one starts, so at least we won't be out of natural gas. Alright, so let me think. Before we get those hatches hatching, or those shovel, oh, we have a wild shovel here. Nice. The meat there too. I want to build the shovel farm. And I think I'll just build it maybe over here. Doesn't super matter where we put it. Because they are fine in space as much as anything else. So, where are we at now? 0.7. Oh, good. Good timing. We're having power issues, of course. Oh, good. This built too. Let's close that. Can I build one more door here? No, I cannot. That means I am off. I was off by one tile as I was planning this out. That's kind of a bummer. Let's see. One there. Skip 2 goes there. I know. Dang it. Alright, one there. Skip 2. You go there. You go there. Then skip 2. You go there. So we're going to be a few tiles from the end. But I can just build those using the regular bunker tiles just to keep it locked in. Hey, Groundbuster. Welcome to the stream. Yes, Heretic Wally. That's Chief Heretic to you. And yeah, we need more steel. Alright, you can open up. We've got rockets coming in at 0.4. Let's smelt some more steel. Lime is, of course, still our issue, but we are mining stuff down in the oil biome. That's good. Slowly, but still mining stuff. That one in there. Not horribly necessary, but put it in there anyway. Thanks for coming. And we've broken our first RoboMiner. So, doing some testing, this cooling loop idea here doesn't really do a whole lot for us. This one does, but this one doesn't really. It doesn't transfer enough of the heat away from the RoboMiner here without having some sort of a liquid here transferring the heat, which is what some of that better space design does, is it puts a liquid on the platform here, but I can't put it there without causing a mess in the way that I have this set up. So what I'll probably end up doing is just taking this pipe over here and just cutting this loop off eventually. Alright, rockets incoming. Just about. Let's see what you guys brought back with you. It's going okay. It would be better if I hadn't been starving my self-powered oxygen machines out of water and causing them to choke out on me and then have my base be super low pressure like it is right now. Because purple's not great. Red is bad, but purple's not great. This light blue is what you want. So we have some pressure issues in here, but they'll be resolved just over time. I don't really have a vent up here, which is why those are lower up there. But as the pressure builds down here, it'll equalize across the base. So I didn't get to as many of the sort of side projects that I wanted to do, or the other projects I wanted to do, because of course I found an emergency to deal with. But that always happens. Oxygen not included is in a lot of ways putting out of fires, even though there is no fire. Yeah, and this needs to be dealt with. A llama, I guess. Yep, he's gonna come down here and off gas or get rid of the back pressure out of this, which means that we will have free floating natural gas up here pretty soon. But that's fine. I should widen this so we don't have crude oil dripping down here. I think this is actually... Oh, no, there's some crude oil in there. We have liquid carbon dioxide, which is awesome. We have solid carbon dioxide, which is awesomer. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? We have a mess. I love it when we have a mess. So the copper froze. Turned into bricks of copper. Yeah, so here's all the natural gas coming off now. I'll try and mop up some of this. Let's go to liquid overlay. Try and mop up some of this crude oil. Where'd it go? Did it all freeze? It might have frozen into chunks. It did. There are solid crude oil down here. I love it. Alright. Let's carve out a little vent hole here for this. Oh, that's not good. Let's also take care of that. Home button. How are we doing? I think we might have regained 1 suit's worth of pressure here. I think it was 7 before, so if we did, that's good. This one's starting to get a little bit of oxygen now. That's good. We just have a rather large inner base here, so we might end up needing to build a 3rd one for the base. But... Oh, we probably have rockets back and we didn't let everybody out. Okay. Let's let these guys out of their rockets. They can go and do their things and their stuffs. And go deal with the stress that they will probably obtain. These actually already did fill up with fuel, but not oxidolite yet, which I'm not surprised because we can't get that many people out doing work. Did we get? We did get some isoresin. We can make... What's that? About 8 units of insulation? Well, 8,000 kilograms of insulation, which is actually only 2 insulated tile blocks. Because they each take 400. So it takes a while to get enough insulation. But isoresin is not super rare. 6%, that's not too bad. So we'll get, I think we bring back 100 kilograms? No, maybe? How much does this cargo thing hold? It says it somewhere. I've read it. Where does it say that? How much do these hold? I think they hold 1,000. I think they hold a ton. Well, whatever. You get the exact percentage of these materials. Whether it's 1,000 or 100. You get this percentage. So if it's 100, you get 6 kilograms of isoresin. If it's 1,000, you get 60. It must be 1,000 because we've gone there twice and we have almost 120. So it's got to be 1,000. So we get 60 kilograms of isoresin every time. We actually should deal with No, it might only be 100 because we're not bringing back the liquids. Methane and carbon dioxide we're actually bringing back as solids, and we need to actually deal with those. They're right now getting wasted because they're falling out right here somewhere, and they're just evaporating eventually as they heat up. The methane is minus 200. So we should cart those down. Methane solid converts into methane liquid, which then converts into natural gas. So we should just at least take them down here. Let's build a storage bin down here. Maybe just right there. And we'll just target this with solid methane and solid carbon dioxide so that they can heat up and evaporate, at least down here where I can capture them later. Well, carbon dioxide we'll use for stuff, but so we can capture the natural gas when it turns into gas. That's awesome they have solid carbon dioxide down here. It's insane. Or solid carbon dioxide down here. And we have solid crude oil too. So actually I'll target the solid crude oil here too, so it comes up here and melts. Maybe we should put this down a little bit then. Let's do it down here. Okay. Let's go to the liquefiable section here, I think. And we want carbon dioxide. Where would solid methane be? Methane. And that was carbon dioxide, so we want crude oil. Oh, there's crude oil. Okay. So make those kind of high-ish so that the dupes bring them here. And I'll head back up here. Oh boy, we got a bunch of idols now. And we will sweep this at like a 7. Actually, sweep this whole mess right here as a 7. Naphtha. Oh boy. Naphtha we're gonna have to deal with separately. Good, they've already brought some solid carbon dioxide in here. Probably this stuff down here that they chopped up. And it's still struggling. The base is just so big, and it took so long. These guys are having atmosphere issues because there's so much hydrogen here. Yeah. Alright, so it's just going to take a little while for that to build up. And I think I will not launch any rockets so that we can take advantage of as many of the suits as possible. And what happened to the power now? We're still not producing enough power. Dang. Yeah, power is still a real issue. So I think the next thing we need to do is that hydrogen generator room while we also work on these. Not that one. We'll also work on the solar. We need to definitely need to get this done. Delete those. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Phasian, did you want to do any streaming tonight? And then next time we do Oxygen Not Included, we can focus harder on the solar, and even work on building the solar out this way as well. And we can focus on the hydrogen generator because we need power. We need the power. This is producing power, but not at a high enough rate because it's not pulling in enough heat from the regolith and from stuff. So I think that's gonna be it. And then nighttime comes and the solar all dies. Alrighty, cool. Go ahead if you want then. And, oh. Video was still assigned there. And I'll vamp here for a little bit. Actually, we could talk about what the duplicant, not duplicant, the shovel sort of room would look like while you're getting set up. Basically, you just build a obsidian box because obsidian is one of the materials the shovels cannot dig through. Let's see if we can find that shovel. We can talk to him here. I saw him moving there. So they eat regolith, dirt, and iron ore, and they excrete whatever they eat. So I'll actually start sweeping this regolith here and dumping it into these guys. But they cannot dig through refined metals, and they cannot dig through obsidian. So we'll just build an obsidian box out of tile. Just for argument's sake, I'll build it. I think I'll probably build it right here, but just for argument's sake, I'll build it over here. And you'll just do it like this. And not that short though. At least 3. I'll probably do 4 so we can put, at least for a little while, an incubator in here. Oh no, incubator's only 3. Okay, good. Be 3 high. And you just enclose them in that room. You make it a stable. You put a grooming station in there. You put a critter drop off in there, and you just let them live in this little room. And you can capture 10 of them in a room for your kind of primary use. And then what you want to do from there is pick up the meat as they die, and pick up the eggs as they lay them, and send those off to another room, the eggs that is, where you're just letting the eggs hatch naturally without an incubator, because the incubator is actually going to stay here for a little while. So, and then the shovels, when they die, they produce 16,000 kcals of meat, which you then cook into the barbecue, and it gives you a ton of food. I think 10 shovels can feed something like 40 duplicants. So if we do that, we'll never have need for food again. And then plus any of the other ones, the naturally hatching ones that we put in the other room, it just means more food. So we'll actually be able to bring in more duplicants because of that. We'll have to build more apartments, of course, but we can bring in more duplicants because of it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set up the raid for Phasian. Raid Phasian. Ooh. Alright, so Phasian is playing Forager tonight, which with the new combat update that many of us saw today with on Catherine the Sky stream, looks super interesting, and I'll be interested to see Phasian's take on Forager as well. Alright, so thanks everyone for coming. Tomorrow is a maybe stream. I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream or not, if I'll get time to stream or not tomorrow night, and I may not know until just before stream time. So keep an eye out for the announcement if you're interested. But Thursday I will definitely stream. Friday is a definite no, and then Saturday will probably be during the day. and Sunday will be hopefully co-op time again. So you know, keep those in mind if you're interested. If the next stream will be Factorio, whichever day it is, tomorrow or Thursday, and then rotating back and forth again from there. I don't have a third game right now, so it'll just be back and forth with Factorio and Oxygen Not Included until I decide on a third game, if I want a third game and what that game might be. All right, so if you are new to the channel and you enjoy my content, please consider clicking follow. If you want to support the channel, there's support options below the stream viewer, and also at the subs command and the support command. You can also follow me on YouTube, where I keep all of my stream archives so that when they get removed from Twitch, they are on YouTube permanently. And I think that's it for tonight. So thanks everyone for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.